Imagine feeling an overwhelming love, so pure, so divine, that it changes everything you thought you knew. That's what I experienced 12 years ago, and today, I'm excited to share the story of my first divine encounter with God, a moment that changed my view of Him forever. Welcome to Divinely Encountered, where I narrate and share stories from those who've experienced the extraordinary presence of God, from divine encounters to supernatural healings, miracles, near-death experiences, and testimonies of faith. We explore the moments when heaven touches earth. My name is Kristina, and the story is my own. In 2012, I wasn't a big believer. Life was heavy, and my faith was almost non-existent. That completely changed one night after a profound Hoaka spiritual cleanse in the sea of Waimanalo, Hawaii. My cousin Kaiona and I were both in a depressed season. We'd been talking about the hardships we faced in our own lives and the struggles we were currently going through. We both felt that we weren't healed of the heavy things that happened in our past. That's when he told me about a Hoaka spiritual cleanse he'd done. Hoaka in Hawaiian means crescent. It also means spirit or ghost. Hawaiians believe that on the Hoaka crescent moon night, we can call upon the spirit of our ancestors, channel supernatural energy we call mana, and can get spiritual healing. The Hoaka spiritual cleanse is a ritual done on the Hoaka moon night to cleanse the spirit through the power of the ocean, where Kanaloa, the ocean god, is believed to bring healing. Sounded intriguing, so I accepted his invitation to go to the next one. A few weeks later, I walked onto the sand to meet everyone at the sacred Kaiona Beach. It was late at night, the air was cool and breezy, and the stars shimmered brightly all around us. A kahu, which is a priest in Hawaiian, was there to perform the ritual. When it was my turn, I walked into the choppy waters out to where the kahu stood, faced him, and held both his hands in front of me. He explained to me that I'd go underwater 3 times. Each time, I was to hold my breath for as long as I could and ask Kanaloa, the ocean god, to release me of everything weighing me down. Every hurt, every burden, every issue, every stronghold that I wanted to change or be free of. I was to name them individually, putting voice to the struggles I had buried so deep inside. Under the waves, some of the things I asked for release from was trauma, anger, insecurity, jealousy, and the overwhelming sense of unworthiness that stuck with me for so long. Underwater, I felt weightless in the healing sea. My body and mind felt free, and I felt a deep release. When the ritual was over, we gathered around a picnic table to talk. The kahu, his wife, and other participants said they felt a really powerful, energetic shift while I was underwater, like a deep release that shook the atmosphere. The kahu said not to be surprised if I felt strong emotions come up over the next few days, but reassured me that I wouldn't feel the same negativity that normally weighed on me, although he warned that the negative feelings could return eventually if I started thinking about it again. The next morning, everything seemed normal. It was a quiet weekend since my 3 kids were at their dad's house and I was home alone. I sat down at my computer to do my college assignments when something incredible happened. Out of nowhere, I was overcome by an overwhelming feeling of love. Pure, uncontainable, radiant love, like nothing I ever experienced before. The love was bursting through me like an electric current of pure joy and bliss. I sat there, completely in awe of this love. I was dumbfounded, awestruck, and to be honest, a little confused. It was as though the deepest part of me, the part that had always struggled to feel loved, validated, and worthy, was being flooded with undeniable truth. It felt like love straight from heaven, unearthly in its intensity and purity. That amazing feeling lasted all day. No earthly love could compare to the love I felt that day. God's love. Later that night, as I lay in bed, I began to pray, thanking God for showing me so much love. I cried heavily as I poured my heart out to Him in gratitude. And then as I lay there, something else unexpected happened. I felt it, God's large, warm hand resting on my heart. I couldn't believe it. As if the day wasn't magical enough, that just took the cake. The warmth radiated from His touch, and His hand, laid on my heart, stayed with me for over 10 minutes. I cried even more because I was so overwhelmed with the reality of what was happening. God touched me. In that moment, I knew for sure God truly existed. He was showing me that He was real, that He loved me, and that I was fully worthy of His love. For so long, I'd been skeptical of God, questioned His existence, wondering why He would allow so many hard and traumatic things to happen in my life. Felt like the victim, and was mad and disappointed at Him for my life being so hard, when I felt like I was a good person. Couldn't understand why. When I had a good heart, I faced so many hardships. But when God touched me in that moment, it was as though He was answering all my doubts and showing me that my worth was never tied to my struggles. My story didn't end there. It was only the beginning of my journey with God. Have you ever experienced something similar? I know not everyone will have a physical encounter with Him, and it may not come in the form of a hand on your heart, but His love is available to all of us in so many different ways. Have you felt His love in your life? If not, I invite you, right where you are, to ask Him to show you. His love is greater than any earthly love we will ever know, and He truly loves all of us. That's it for today's Divine Encounter. If this story touched your heart, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And be sure to hit the like button. If you haven't already, subscribe and share this video so that together we can deepen our faith and celebrate the powerful love God has for us in this life and beyond. If you've experienced the divine encounter that you'd like to share, email your story to share@divinelyencountered.com. Let's continue spreading His light together. May God bless you, and I'll see you in the next video.